Domino fans? I'm Stick Trick Domino Dude. If you haven't seen my last video where I made a ton of projects with Wowminos, then I highly recommend you go check it out. I'll put the link to that down in the description. After having these pieces for about a week and building lots of projects with them, I'm now ready to give my overall thoughts on Wowminos. So, the types of pieces that we have are straight track containing 5 dominoes, straight track containing 3 dominoes, 3 domino left curve and 3 domino right curve, 7 domino track going up, 7 domino track going down, Wowmino ball and track, and various columns and supports that go with every single track that I just mentioned. Setting up the Wowminos are very easy. All you have to do is pick up a track, flip the dominoes back, and then place them on the ground. The Wowminos are easy to knock over once they're down, so you could knock them over with anything like a simple domino, the human hand, or a ping pong ball rolling down a track. That's how you set up the curved tracks too. Just flip them back, and then set them down. The tracks going up and down are a little bit trickier, but you'll get the hang of them pretty soon. Now let's talk about ways that you can make various bridges and staircases and such with the column pieces. The first thing you'll need is a base. And on the base, you have to put the shorter column and the piece that holds in the track. Then you take your track going up, flip it back, and then place it down on one of the lines that are in the middle of this piece. It helps it stay in place a little bit more than if it were just hanging on a flat surface. Now if you wanted to get a little bit higher, then you take another piece of the base and another one of the short columns, and then you take one of the longer columns and put it on top of the shorter one. And then you put in your part that holds the track in place. And from there you can put in another track that goes up. So essentially the shorter columns are only used to get the Wowminos off the floor and onto the supports. Each time you want to make the Wowmino track go higher, that's when you use a long column. So once you're on the column, you can do any other normal thing with Wowminos that you can do on the ground, which I think is pretty cool. Wowmino has some pieces that are designed for curved dominoes. All you gotta do is flip them back like usual, stick it in that slot. Then to connect a curvy piece from a standard piece, you gotta put in a straight track somewhere. So I'm just gonna use a 3 domino track, place it right in between there, and there we go. Now from this curved track we can go really anywhere we want. We can go up, we can go down, we can add even a ball on a track on a column piece. The only thing you can't do on column pieces is add effective split-offs. Alright, now I'd like to show you something that I found a little bit odd and I don't think was designed by Dazzo, but could still prove useful for some of you. If for some reason you need a height of a column that just comprises of the long column pieces, there is a way to go from the standard column piece to a long column piece. And that is taking a straight track of 5, not 3, and putting it right in between them. Surprisingly enough, this works. Again, I don't think this was by design, but it may prove useful to you guys. Now fair warning, it does work while the track is going up, but not if it's going down. I think the Wowminos have a very high quality, and each piece is designed that if you use any one of them, used to knock down any other piece by itself, then that can work out. Except for one combination. A track going up cannot immediately hit a ball going on a track. Just doesn't have enough power. But really that's fine. All you need to do is add in another column over there with a straight track, and you're good. Alright, so I'm sure there must be a question on a lot of people's minds who have worked with Domino Rally or Domino Express dominoes in the past. Now, the times that I've seen them and used them, they've been able to break pretty easily and not always work. Now begs the question, do the Wowminos, which are on pivot tracks, break as easily? And the answer is, not completely, but they are somewhat breakable. When I received my kit, there were a couple pieces that were broken because the part that attaches them to the domino track was chipped off, which is understandable because it's such a small piece. However, there was something kind of interesting about the way you attach the dominoes to the tracks, because there is a way for us to take the dominoes out and maybe place them in a different combination. At least that's what I experienced when I was trying to put a couple pieces back together. So the way that the domino attaches to the track is through these holes. The way that you take it out is just by slightly stretching it. Do not try to just push them out because that's probably how they broke. So when putting the domino back in the track, you have to make sure that the hinges are on the far side of the domino, at least the way you're facing. Because or else it'll behave in a weird way. So then, just stretch, put one in one end, stretch the other, and slide it in the other. And there you go. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the final product is going to be designed like this, but in the meantime, I would recommend that people not take out the dominoes from the tracks, because that might be how they got broken in the first place. So, my overall thoughts on Wowminos. Frankly, it's a terrific product. This only being the test kit too, and they outdo Domino Rally pivot tracks in every possible way. The colors are fantastic, being everything is a little bit clear, kind of like the bulk Domino transparent colors, and it's also made out of a slightly heavier material than those of Domino Express and Domino Rally. So everything falls exactly the way it's supposed to, and everything is really entertaining, and I also like the sound that it makes when it topples as well. I think that Wowminos are very interesting in the sense that they can be appealing to both the artist, who would like to use them for interesting screen links, or builders challenges, or maybe even on a machine, but they can also be appealing to a kid who is going through that one phase in life where they like one thing, then they like Wowminos, then they like something else. Like I said before, they are incredibly easy to set up, so any kid who has an issue with shakiness with his hands could easily do this as well. So yeah, I think that's one thing that sets Wowmino apart from other brands, is that it is very appealing to both the artist and kids. So, if you'd like your own set of Wowminos, then I would highly recommend donating to the Dazzo Kickstarter for the Wowminos. There are different rewards for how much money you end up donating, some as high being as 2 master kits, and some as low as just having a little fidget toy. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Just so you know, I've been working on something pretty big in the past few months, and who knows, maybe by the time this video is posted, it'll be done. And I cannot wait for you all to see it. I think that it is my best work that I have ever made. Hope you got educated well on Wowminos, and Stick Trick Domino Dude is signing out. Peace!